Hey, check out the WAMP Gala this year. If you want to hang out with the best of the best in our state, then you gotta make it to the gala. October 4th, awards for LO, Realtor, Title, and Escrow Company of the Year will be handed out.
Check it out. Get to know the best of the best. You know, rubbing elbows with successful people, it never hurts.
Nope, no it doesn't. Hey guys, if you haven't checked out Guiding Hands, you need to check them out. The link's right down below. They'll really help your business. Now, let's get to work. The big news from last week was the Fed's announcement of additional monetary stimulus, aka QE3, aka we're pumping massive amounts of printed money into the economy because no one else is, in the hopes that we're going to be the last nation standing, so all other nations will invest American goods and services. Did I just say that out loud?
Yep, yeah, you did. Well, nevertheless, whether you like it or not, the Feds are buying $40 million a month worth of mortgage-backed securities. This is important as it'll keep rates artificially low for the time being.
Artificially being the operative word here. But who cares about the future and what it'll cost? Rates will be low and folks will continue to buy and refi houses. It's great for you and I, right? What's the big deal? Well, there's a reason the Fed is choosing to do this a third time. Any guesses as to why? Well, this may help.
While they announced the new stimulus plan, they also announced that they're revising their forecasts on growth. Yeah.
Okay, go on.
The Federal Reserve's lowered its growth forecast this year, but it's more optimistic about the next 2 years.
But they were certain that QE1 and QE2 would spark the economy. Okay, go on.
Well, the Fed upgraded their forecast, saying that they now expect growth to be no stronger than 2% this year.
Okay, seems like they're backpedaling a bit. Go on.
Well, the Fed also said they expect growth to accelerate next year to as much as 3%, and growth will range between 3 and 3.8% for 2014.
Okay. Let me just recap this. I got to wrap my head around this. Okay. So on the one hand, the Fed is saying that further monetary combination will make a real difference. Basically, it's going to help improve the economy.
Yep.
But in the same breath of air, the Fed said that they believe the economy is not on the right track. So because it's not, we're going to announce another round of quantitative easing.
Yep.
Okay, but self-admittedly, the economy is not on the right track after 2 rounds, and they're going to try a 3rd round.
You got it.
But nevertheless, we're going to give it a try and just hope and pray that the results are different. Okay. Even though the first 2 rounds proved otherwise, and it now seems clear that easier money won't necessarily lead to a better economy and better business for everybody. Okay, I think it's clear now.
Hey, you know what? Rates are low, and we need to sell and refinance houses. I'm going to capitalize while I can.
I guess, you know what? Carpe diem, seize the day. You can't beat them, join them, I guess. By the way, dude, it's refinance. It's not refinance. The root word's finance. Oh, God, you're so old. All right, guys. For this segment, we're going to shoot this segment basically on how not to do video marketing, okay? Here we go. Hey, Gary, have you heard about this before? Now, we only have heard whispers of this, and we kind of thought it would happen, but we haven't really found any concrete evidence of this being real. But apparently, FHA is thinking about waiving its requirements on the mandatory waiting periods for short sale, bankruptcy, and foreclosure. Gary.
Why, no, Ryan. I had not heard that. Now, on one hand, if this is true, it makes sense as it will allow tons of home buyers back into the market, thus sparking a buying frenzy. Now, that will push up home values. But on the other hand, this is just a really bad idea, period.
Yes. Buy and bail would come back into play. You know, borrowers should have to feel the pain after a major event like this.
I can't do this anymore. Look, there's got to be checks and balances, and there has to be consequences for your actions.
You know, Hawk, I don't care what your mom says. You're a stand-up guy, and I couldn't agree more. Anyways, if you have any evidence of this, share it with all of us down below.
Don't talk about my mama.
Hey, I love Grandma Hawk, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, if you guys think this is a good idea or a bad idea, let us know down below. Weigh in. So back to our first story real quick before we leave. I guess my point is that there's a reason why the Fed's doing this. It may sound like good news, but it's the result of some really, really bad news. The economy isn't growing even after massive amounts of creative stimulus. Now, I hate to be the naysayer, and I too will enjoy the results while I can, but I tend to worry about the long-term consequences of these actions.
You know what, though? Most states are turning the corner when it comes to real estate, though. Well, except for Nevada.
Yeah.
I mean, they remain the only state left in the union where the value of homes in the entire state is actually worth less than the amount owed on them. Basically, the entire state's upside down.
And this is a big deal because this is leading to a huge decline in property tax collection, and in a state where there's no income tax, well, that's basically the final nail in the coffin for them.
Yeah, countywide budgets are apparently failing all over the place, leading to massive government layoffs, including teachers and police officers, and even more crazy, it led to North Las Vegas declaring a state of emergency due to the severity of the situation.
So while things may seem great in your little bubble, don't forget, the world is much bigger than you and I, and other people's problems, tend to become our problems. May want to keep an eye on that. It's an interesting read from Bloomberg, and the link's down below. Hey, we'll see you guys next week, and we'll see you at the WAMP Gala October 4th.